We have seen the hardship, the famous corruption side is out there for everybody to see. From the Banjul City Council, to Basse Area Council, from Kanifing Municipal Council to Mansakongo Area Council, the improvement in the services are there for all to see. Give us a UDP government, as what the previous speaker said, and we will transform that country for you in a very short space of time. The United Democratic Party respects the value and contribution in the socio-economic development of the country, of the diaspora, and believe that the challenges we face as a nation is going to be taken collectively. And this means to harness the experience and potentials of our diaspora population to meet those challenges. These include encouraging those in the diaspora who are qualified positions in the UDP government to do so and relocate very easily if they are willing to do so. Priority will be given to Gambian citizens in the diaspora who want to go home and invest in various sectors of our economy, to do so without much hassle, as is the case right now. And with security guarantee to their, security guarantee to their deposits. Today's issues are not about the survival, it's about the survival of our country as a nation and our ability to take us where we want to go. The security situation, as was mentioned here by almost every speaker, is very, very alarming. We have seen how people have been attacking their homes and their properties taken. Our hospitals have become death traps for expectant mothers. This year alone, we have lost over 300 women who died during childbirth. And we have lost 202 babies. You know, this is something very, very unimaginable in any country in the world. But this can happen in the Gambia, and we can go to bed and sleep without anything. So I think these are things that we need to think of, and see how best we can address this issue. Those 502 lives that have been saved if we have a serious government in that place. So what do we do? What do we do as a nation? Do we sit down and fold our arms?
No.
Or do we come together
and
effect the change that is required, to effect this problem? And the price of commodities are beyond the reach of any individual, especially ordinary citizens in that country. And corruption in our government is endemic. Mr. Yako just mentioned it here. Corruption is an everyday thing in the country, and nobody is doing anything about it. And contrary to what they want you to believe, this election is not about tribe A or tribe B. And it's not about community B, C, or community D. This election is between a man who stood for his country in his darkest hours and those who watch in silence while our citizens cry. This election is between a man who has given all his personal comfort and that of his family, and those who ran away to take up international appointments to furnish their pockets. So the choice in this election is very clear. It is just like day and night. The choice in this election is as clear as night and day. In 𝒂𝒊𝒏, we can have a leadership that is very, very inclusive, honest, accountable, and above all, a leadership that is mature and unifying. A president who will go to bed every day speaking about how to improve the life of his citizens rather than wild dreams and storytelling. We have a president who will sit 4 hours telling stories. I climb a mango tree 50 meters, cover tree 500 meters. So to the larger Gambian population out there, what unites us is far greater than what divides us. Our survival as a nation depends largely on decisions we make on December 4th. And good or bad, that decision will live with us for generations to come. Let us think and reflect on what we can do together as a nation rather than individuals. The United Democratic Party might not be your first choice, but you know deep within you that it is a party that has given its all to the country. And it's a party, the only party that stands a chance to effect the change that we want. That's right. As William Shakespeare said, there is a tide in the affairs of men. We take it at the floor lead unto fortune. Omitted, all our voyages of life end in misery and sorrow. In such a high seas we are as a nation. We can ignore the realities on the ground and let borrow prolong the misery of our people. Or we can take the opportunity given, elect 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒆𝒍 Darboe as president of the country, and the best gift that I think we can give the Gambian people on December 4th is to elect 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒆𝒍 Darboe. Best gift ever. Before I close, I want to thank the diaspora, leadership of the diaspora chapters for the confidence and trust in me. I am very, very humbled to lead such a group of dynamic, smart, and committed individuals. I know it is not a given. It has to be out. I will always, listen and your opinions, even if I disagree with you. But you can rest assured that decisions that I make every day will be in the best interest of the United Democratic Party. I want to advise myself and all our members not to give in into any temptation, either within or outside, that can bring discord in our hands. The United Democratic Party has put great emphasis on discipline and tolerance. The name UDP was built on the blood, sweat, and tears of many great men and women. So we have to try by all means and protect it at all times. Let us not give in to distractions of our enemies. We are winning. I believe, and I know all of you believe here that we are winning. Oh yeah. And we don't need to engage ourselves in anything that can distract us from what we are doing. And let us do what we do best, and that is engage our opponent and try to convince them to come to our side. That's what UDP is known for. And that tradition must continue. And unity, as I always said, we are here as a party for 25 years, not because we are the most handsome, not because we have the much money, but the fact that one thread that is responsible for all this is the unity that we are able to keep within us. We can argue, we can disagree, but you should not lose sight of the fact that we are United Democratic Party. We are one brother, we are one sister, and that tradition should continue. I know always the enemy will always try to put discord in our ranks. We must not give into that temptation. I want to thank you all. Once again, Seattle has been very, very generous to me and my family, and all of you. Demba, my brother, has been one of the most passionate persons. He has never been that way, Lord Mayor. He has never been that way. Whenever we arrange demonstration here, he's always at the forefront. But it shows the passion that people have for that country. And we have a lot of young, talented people here who can serve in that country. And a UDP government will make that happen to you. So let's just pray and continue, loving each other and paying more attention to what is happening in our country. Because sometimes when we get here, we get distracted. Our attention, I understand, family, work, we want to juggle these two things together. But whatever it is, home, there's no place like home. We're all here because of the situation in our country. So we have to make things happen in that country. And only we can do it. So I want to thank you all until we meet again.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. They said we're politicians. We're not politicians. We're passionate about our country.
Exactly.
We're not politicians. We're not aimless. We're doing what the Americans did. We're doing what the Germans did. We're fighting for our country.
Yes, we can.
When we got there, when you voted for Mayor 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔, you're about to see what he did for you in 3 years. If you give him a President Darboe, he is going to deliver. 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 is going to deliver. Right now, his biggest frustration is he doesn't get the help. Give him the help. Many of us live in KFC. We have the beautiful homes there, but no water supply, no electricity, trash all over the place. You can only change that when you give us the mandate and make this guy a young leader who is very passionate. You're about to watch some of the work that he did, and then he's going to come and speak to you.
My name is Talib Ahmed Bensouda, Lord Mayor of the 𝒘𝒂𝒃 municipality. Today marks 3 years of being in office. We came into office in May of 2018 with the inspiration and hope to bring about a better care. We came into office to help make 𝒂𝒂𝒃 a more service-driven institution. With motivated staff who have the capacity to deliver services over and beyond the expectation of the people. We have made a tremendous effort over the years to make sure KMC is a more livable city. As our slogan states, we want to leave a better KM than one we found. We have therefore engaged in disaster mitigation exercises to ensure that there is no flooding in the rainy months. We have ensured in routine cleaning exercises to ensure a more clean and conducive environment. We have engaged in many beautification projects, upgrades of our parks and recreation facilities, of our community centers. We have also invested tremendously in the very much needed waste management capacity of the council. Waste management has been one of the burning issues of our society for decades. KMC has brought about the unprecedented 𝒂𝒏 project. This project ensures that 500 tons of waste within our community, which would otherwise go towards gutters, riverine areas, or dumped indiscriminately in our communities, is all collected and taken towards the dump site. We have also strived to ensure that illegal dumps disappear by not only clearing them, but putting skip bits that ensure those looking for illegal dumps find a place to put the waste. We have therefore also invested significantly in the waste processing by ensuring that the Darboe-Powerful dump site has a perimeter wall and ensuring that infrastructure is put in place to better manage the waste heading there. Beyond our 𝒂𝒏 project, we boast 20 compactor trucks, 4 support trucks, 8 skip bins, and 100 staff. We have invested significantly in our street cleaning capacity. Our sanitation unit now boasts over 200 staff with over 10 trucks of their own and over 20 tricycles. These cleansing staff operate at the wee hours of the morning and late at night to ensure residents of our municipality wake up to a clean, conducive environment. We now have the equipment to ensure they reach far within our communities to ensure that they are clean and healthy for our residents. The most valuable resource in our communities is our people. We have therefore invested significantly in the women and youths of KM. We have done this through our youth initiatives led by the Youth Councillor and the women initiatives led by the Women's Councillor. We have ensured that contracts the Council gives find their way to youths and women to ensure that they receive the vital resources they need to develop themselves and develop our municipality. Through our Youth Councillor, we have initiated some youth projects such as the 𝒘𝒄𝒄𝒏, which is an initiative that is supposed to ensure youths have an opportunity within the transport sector. We've also worked with the Youth Empowerment Project through the Mayor's Challenge to bring vital resources to youths with ideas and innovative businesses in the era of COVID. We have also invested in our Goal for KM project to ensure every park within the KM has the basic tools of goalposts to be able to have functioning football tournaments. We're also working on reviving all our community centers, bringing about more parks and leisurely areas. With the Youth Councillor, we're also planning to bring about the first municipal library within the municipality. For youths engaged in entrepreneurship, we have brought about microfinance facilities to the tune of $20 million, which will enable youths to borrow on a revolving basis to grow their businesses. We have also worked with the International Organization for Migration via a UK government-funded project that brings about over $125,000 to 300 KM youths that are interested in entrepreneurship or have small businesses to enable them to grow. For women within our municipality, who are the backbone of all our communities, we have initiated a $100 million Women Empowerment Fund on a revolving basis. These funds enable women groups to grow their businesses and ensure that they can provide for their families. To also support women in business, we have also invested in market infrastructure by beginning the process of rehabilitating all of KM's markets and expanding into 8 new markets. The global pandemic of COVID-19 has devastated the world, and KMC is no exception. In response to the global pandemic and the impact it has had on our communities, we have had initiatives in stopping the spread and helping our communities cope by supporting them with food aid and other income-generating measures. In our pursuit to make a better KM, we have utilized development diplomacy in order to achieve our goals and ambitions for our municipality. We have done this by working with civil society organizations, the diplomatic corps, NGOs, Twin Cities, to fast-track our development agenda. Over the years, we have now seen increased community participation in the work Council does. We have seen alcalos, religious leaders, women's councillors, youth leaders, all participating on a weekly basis in KM activities. We also make a great effort to engage them through our program-based budgeting, via the opening of 19 ward offices, which is unprecedented, via our councillors, we consult community members regularly. We also engage them via the mayor's phone, where I visit every community to listen to their issues, their concerns, and their suggestions about how we can be a better service-driven institution and we can be more responsive to their needs. We have also introduced bylaws to create order and ensure that we have more neighborliness within our communities. With 25% of the Gambian population living within the 𝒘𝒃𝒃 municipality and hosting most of the major businesses within the Gambia, KMC is the commercial and tourism hub of the Gambia. It is where everybody is, but nobody is from. It is a melting pot with all tribes living harmoniously within the KM. KMC is the heartbeat of the Gambia. Our council has strived to make KMC even better by ensuring we have adopted a mantra called KMC for you. It is KMC that is for you, by you. It is service-driven, it is responsive, it has a great ambition to make 𝒘𝒃𝒃 municipality one of the most livable and enjoyable cities in Africa, if not the world. And I have been honored to be the chief public servant leading this journey for the past 3 years. And I am excited for what is to come.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Mayor 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒏. This is what development is. This is why you elect people that speak for them. If you have that, if you have what Mayor 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒏 has,
Bio kai na UDP soro red, na soro yellow, na soro pink.
I'm passionate about your work. Your job does work for you. And this is why everybody in the Gambia decided to honor and invite Mr. President. When we told Mr. Darboe, when we told Mr. Darboe that we wanted him to send a message, he's like, no, you got one of the best. You've got your people, you've got talent over there. I don't need to be there. This is the type of leader we have who always wants to push people.
Let me first finish what I said.
One thing important in the country is that if the youth don't come join the political scene, we cannot leave the political scene because then we will leave it to the dictators. So first joining under party, we're going to play a little bit of music and we're going to hear from this gentleman right here. You have
But I'm rolling low to 5%. Ya ves mal kamari. Ayo beda. Beda tu. Babi dah bagi. Apa je? Ayo beda. Dia mana tu? Kau dah ni. Siapa balik? Kau dah ni. Ini baru. Ayo ah. Drastic. 19 drastic.
12/9 or 12/8.
Sorry ma.
Kadi java, mai mula chorno.
Kita cuma big fadu lah. Fajar. Ini sini mana tu? Okay. Okay. Nabi tadu, bulan dulu. Adima Sisaba, the New York and New York. 4 days for the same thing, woman classmate, but Muslim at school. Yeah, black on the Sisaba farmer, the company. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys. We would like to thank DJ's Kitchen for the good food on the table and the staff that is at the hotel here. Before you leave this evening, we have a banner here for Mayor Bensouda. We want everybody that's here to sign this for him so that he can take it home. Right there. So thank you so much. The banner is going to be out there.
Okay. Turn the light back. Turn the light back. Comes further. The light.
So this is what we're going to sign. It's going to be out there. So guys, without further delay, I am going to go ahead and call Mayor Bensouda. He's no stranger to anybody.
The other side.
We're asking for one thing only. Please, if I can ask, please, can we all pay attention? This guy came all the way from the Gambia. He has a message. We all attack our political leaders. We attack our politicians. Just this afternoon, we were having lunch and somebody was complaining to him. He's like, I have one problem with KFC. We all have problems with KFC. We all have problems with Charlie Bensouda. But he's working, he has a message for us. So please, let's just give him half an hour, 45 minutes, and listen to him thoroughly. Because we are the loudest constituency in the Gambia. was most difficult. But he is here, and that's why we brought him, so that he can engage you. With that said, I present to you a young politician or a young mayor, somebody whose word has been spoken for him, Mayor 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔.
Thank you so much for the acknowledgement. Passa o vele, o 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒆𝒍. Tukloshi, nansi bugini. Ay jolong. Kau udah kau nyambung. Ale Fonsaji. Fonsa Darboe. Yeah, they have good moves, huh? What's come on? Yeah. All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good evening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam.
Q chapter. Balama ñëw fii ma ngeen wax ne Manchester chapter moo jël course.
Waaw.
Kon naa tey Seattle chapter mooy number 1. Ma ngi leen di sant di leen gërëm ak Nimbara. Kontaan naa trop pour ñëw fii jógee ba Gambie pour ñëw gis leen. Ngeen baalal ma nag parce que suma 4 days yu ma fi nekk definitely meet naa ñu special ñu nga xam ne kon naa nekk nañ suma brothers ak sisters ma ne xaaral ma jël tuuti time rek ma acknowledge leen. First of all maa ngi door suma anti ñu nga xam ne suma sister yaay lañ mooy Ndeye Fatou Dramé ak anti Hadi Dramé. maa ngi nuyu suma yaay ku nga xam ne mooy Mbalo Dabo. di nuyu Dr. Amadou Diba, Madam Kadilo, Chairman of Seattle chapter, my uncle, Mr. 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒏, Vice Chair of Seattle chapter, who have the deputy campaign for mayor, my support, Aja Fatou Saho Dramé. maa ngi nuyu suma brother bu nga xam ne bu ma foos xalaat pour nekk mayor dem naa ba këram mooy Mr. 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒏, chairman of the diaspora. maa ngi nuyu grandmother of the night Anti Fatou Ndaw. fundraising committee bi si liggéey bu rafet buñ def di leen sant di leen gërëm ñoom ñëpp. benn chairman ba kontaan naa mun keta oncle Mbalo Kani, Vice Chairman of Kanifing Municipal Council and Sarinding Chairman. Although the Fatah mobile phone. Last 4 days I've been here. It's been really great to see the beautiful city of Seattle. And definitely I have had a wonderful host and tourist guides in the name of 𝒑𝒕𝒔, Mamadou Kouroubali, Baba Darboe, Ousmane Cissé, Demba Balde, Sana Jaju, Seydou Cissé, and Baba Dramé. I've been very honored and very happy to be with you. There have been several characters we have met. Ñu nga xam ne tam lekk naa seen añ, ma biir bi fees ba fàtte naa seen turu, ma ngi leen di baalu àq. It's been really great coming to Seattle. It just feels like home away from Gambia. I have been feeling the love and hospitality, and I know this is an extension of the UDP and the next president of the Republic of the Gambia, Alhaji Abubakar Ousainou Numukunda Darboe. When I was coming here, he gave me a message. He asked me to tell you that he wants all the people in the diaspora, under the leadership of 𝒂𝒐𝒊𝒏, to foster unity and cooperation amongst all members. He also wants to send his special gratitude to the UDP Ladies' Corner and the UDP Women's Corner. He has said that the diaspora love UDP
But he knows all of this is because they love the Gambia, and for that he appreciates you. And his final message, in a matter of one of the election jegina buguma pledge Alice Labuka Kodo. When I came and I sat, I started counting the table. And okay, I think we have a lot of money today. So thank you so much for that. On a more serious note, I think the speeches we have had here are very special. And at some point, I probably don't have to speak again, because you have touched all the points that I wanted to talk about. And that Gambia is in trouble.
Serious one.
If you're in Gambia today,
big one.
Whether you are a mayor, a businessman, rich or poor, one thing you're facing is soaring food prices and a high cost of living. Gambia is suffering from record inflation. Recently also, Thomas Cook, which was one of the biggest co-operators bringing tourists as a business, has collapsed. COVID-19 has also caused havoc on Gambia's most important sector, which is tourism. The tourism sector of the Gambia directly employs 40,000 people and indirectly supports 45,000 people. Most of these jobs have been lost. Recently also, we have been facing difficulties all over the Western world. In America, during the Trump era, you have seen the record deportations, and now in Europe, the Western world is asking Gambians to go home. There has also been a rapid population growth in the Gambia, especially between the ages of 18 and 35, who are the youths, and constitute 60% of the Gambian population. This, in conjunction with poor governance and endemic corruption, there is a lack of proactive policy making to respond to the changing socio-economic landscape. There is endemic corruption in government, which has now become a culture. You can literally not do anything in Gambia without paying somebody somewhere. There is also poor policy making. There is no long-term vision or plan for the country's trajectory. No civil service reforms. I think there was the mention of the Constitutional Review Commission, whose recommendations have not been adopted. In the context of local government, I am glad someone has mentioned there is no coordination or collaboration with government. In fact, we are in conflict. You have seen the recent conspiracy in KMC, and recently in 𝒂𝒂, where the president took it upon himself to directly confront a chairman in public. The result of all of this is unprecedented rise in serious crimes. There has been a spate of armed burglaries, murders, and serious fraud. There is also a rise in youth delinquency, drug use, and crime. In any neighborhood you go to in Gambia, in the middle of the day, on a working day, you will find there's tons of youth sitting on every corner using drugs. This is also causing damage in the fabric of our society. Many of you who were born in the 70s and 60s knew a Gambia with high moral standards, with strong values. This is all eroding. Child labor and child abuse is also on the rise. In the context of local government, if I can expand on that a little bit more, UDP has set the pace. True, we are not in control of central government. We do not have a president or a government supporting our local government authorities. But with the limited support and with the limited resources, UDP mayors and chairmen and councillors have practiced responsive governance. As you have seen, all councils are doing what they can to tackle the problem of waste management and market development to make the living standards more conducive. We have also enjoyed in program-driven development. In KMC, in Banjul and other city councils, we are now trying to bring about addressing systems, public transportations, and other basic services. We have also demonstrated public service that is hands-on and first-hand approach. As you have seen, chairmen, mayors, and councillors are going directly to the grassroots to get first-hand information and to understand the problems of our people. There's also proactive policy making. For the first time in the history of the Gambia, all area councils have come up with bylaws. In America, I believe you call them ordinances, service rules and policies that brings about good governance in local government authorities. And we have very ambitious mayors, very ambitious councillors, very ambitious chairmen who want to change the Gambia, who want a Gambia that is thriving, that will bring about a good standard of living and quality of life for our children and grandchildren. So we are embarking on ambitious projects. In KMC, we are about to build the first of its kind municipal library ever in the history of the Gambia. Although councils are making tremendous effort, we have impediments, as I have mentioned, that is active sabotage. Government also refuses to devolve power. All power is held in the center. As you have seen in KMC, how can you be elected a mayor, held responsible for the problems of your municipality, and you cannot fire or hire the staff that are supposed to work for you? Today, I was going with 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 and they were showing me the new RAM or the new tram that is supposed to build in town. And I believe I asked Usman, I said, how is this funded? He said it's through federal subventions, through state subventions, and through partnership with the city council. This is unheard of in Gambia, although it is in black and white in law. Let me talk a bit about the diaspora. The diaspora is by far the most important resource in Gambia. And I'm not saying that because I want to get money from you. But let me give you some statistics. In 2012, remittances from the diaspora constituted 7.5% of Gambia's GDP. In 2020, there has been a 78% rise. The diaspora now constitutes 25% of Gambian GDP, sending $588 million annually. Let me give you a comparison to neighboring Senegal. Remittances in Senegal only constitute 8%. Let me also give you another comparison. The tourism sector, which is once the biggest sector in Gambia, constituting 20% of Gambia's GDP. Now, diaspora remittances surpass the tourism sector, contributing 25%.
So we are the new tourists now.
This is a sign of a country under collapse. This is a sign of a country of which, without its sons and daughters in the Western world, will totally be in hunger and despair. So I guess the diaspora is the most valuable resource of the Gambia. Therefore, each and every one of you has a responsibility. I believe I had this conversation with some of your friends, and I told them, he said, I think this was Dr. Ahmad, maybe he doesn't want me to mention his name, but he told me, Mayor, I am now telling people, if you do not vote the way I want, I will not send you money. And I believe somebody was saying, Dr. Ahmad, that is dictatorship. No, that is not dictatorship. If your child or somebody depends on you, first of all, you definitely have a say in how they vote. And definitely, a UDP government will ensure that the diaspora vote is respected and diasporans are allowed to vote in Gambian elections. And I am sure we will bring in other mechanisms to make sure that you have an active voice in Gambia's future. Ladies and gentlemen, as 𝒕𝒉𝒂𝒏 said, the United Democratic Party is Gambia's best last chance in our generation. Gambia is in a dire state, and Gambia is one of the most deprived countries in the world. As one shouted and said, it's a shitty country. It is rude, many people say. But then again, when you live in Gambia, you see nothing's working. Everything is broken.
Fankum.
What else can you call it?
It's all about fankum.
When you travel the world with a Gambian passport, you get asked unnecessary questions, no matter who you are. Whether you are a millionaire, you are a mayor, you are a first lady, whoever you are. As far as it's a Gambian passport, you get scrutinized more than everybody else. My brother Aziz and I were coming and he said, these questions are so annoying. I said, don't blame the officer, blame your country. Therefore, it is up to us to make sure that we can build a country we are proud of. We can build a country that is respected. You must first respect yourself before others can respect you. And it starts from looking from within and making the changes. We have the intellect, we have the passion, we have the belief in a patriotic leader in the name of 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒆𝒔 Darboe to bring about this change. Make no mistake, UDP will win this election. But UDP will have a monumental task to change our country for our children and grandchildren. Let me leave you with a quote from Nelson Mandela that inspires hope and self-belief. Nelson Mandela once said, overcoming poverty is not a task of charity. It is an act of justice. Like slavery and appetite, poverty is not natural. It is man-made, it can be overcome and eradicated by the actions of human beings. Sometimes it falls on a generation to be great. You can be that great generation. Let your greatness blossom, UDP. Inshallah, 2021, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, State House. Allah Barak.
Thank you for the good food. That's Khadija too.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Kaudu kwa jambo. Alo akuma. Alo akuma. Ajindi ayelo akungola do kaudu ko nyambo odona ila do woro ila masana mando ko ajindi do ah wala fonye min do na so ko bor camera so kaya jam moy ko do woro to do woro kel madam serap
We also have 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒏's attack for exercising his constitutional right. As we saw our president celebrate all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, if we don't take things serious,
you're gonna declare that again.
this woman right here is supporting her family, while a husband is fighting for us back home. He's raising young men kids, while the husband is back home fighting for us.
That's the Saho sisters.
Spending lonely nights. Everyone here deserves to be commended, but we want to thank the woman for sacrificing her husband.
It's okay.
We need to say something. That we're going to bring 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒆𝒔 is going to be the final speaker here. 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒆𝒔 and all the beautiful ladies, whether I named you or not, we truly appreciate you. Chairman, thank you when we told you to give us money to do this. Thank you so much for trusting us. We will call you again for money. We need the money. Now, Marble decided if you don't pull it out now, you're going to spend more. If we change government every 5 or 10 years, the next person that comes to power will realize that the only way you can stay in power is when you work. So let's change this government today for our own good. I think I'm about 5 years. I think I'm carrying the we want the key more cannot peaceful. Luñ soxla moy liggéey. Bo joge man passé la joge moy dem passé. Less than 4 years, Aram Barrow mentioned La Femme, Lopitan police station.
Listen.
Where did he get that money? That was your money. That was the money that was supposed to save Bali Cham. So I give you Geneva, thank you so much. So Geneva is going to speak and then we'll have Aida, and thank you so much. Geneva.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you all for being here. I want to welcome the Lord Mayor of KMC, Mr. 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔, a good friend of my husband. I learned a lot from my husband, and public speaking is not one of them. That's why when they asked me to speak here tonight, what are we going to get there? I don't have much to say, but to thank you all for your support. This is a great community, as you can see, Lord Mayor. I hope you are enjoying your stay here. We are very happy to have you in our midst, and say hi to my husband, and I miss you a lot.
Thank you so much, Jennifer, for that. Thank you.
Mr. Kanye. Yeah.
Sí, Mr. Kanye, sí.
Ibrahim Adiba, you are missing something here. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We're going to call 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒆𝒔 here. 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒄 is one of us, and very hardworking young lady. I have been very fortunate ever since I joined the United Democratic Party to work with very competent men and women. On the women, this woman right here. So thank you so much.
Yeah, the people, you guys look hard.
Somebody don't know. I wonder.
Képp ku fi ñëw def fi alalam def fi taayam yëpp ngeen dem Gambia waaye naa fi toll nii dëkk bi is very difficult te
ñun ci biti rek ay yaakaar gannaaw yàlla yóbbu di wane ne élection bi li ci des bariwul Seattle UDP executive you guys brought tonight di leen wane ne jërëjëf nuyoo bi ak jërëjëf bi di ko teg ci loxo Seattle UDP executive si suñu Sidi Abankaan yi di leen wax ne jërëjëf ñëpp du jógee si loolu ñu ñëw si Salif Ahmed Bensouda. Salif, thank you very much to be here tonight. We love you today. I just have to say like a son I love my own son. Gambia métti na especially ñun jigéen ñi. Démba ñu ngi amoon naka saa ci demonstration back home. Black naka saa ci dégg ma ne Black Lives Matter. What's the name again?
Gambia Women's.
Wow, Gambia Women's Lives Matter. So we stand with those people and we solidarity with those people. Wane ne am doom jur ko ñàkk ko dafa métti. Jigéen ñi si nekk te ñi doom mel si diggante yaay amuloo fenn foo ko jooylee amuloo fenn foo mën a taxaw fu ñu dimbali la. Góor ñi si nekk di jàppale seen jabar dem nañ tudda leewu bi nga xam ne sax am na fi ñoo xam ne dama leen waxtaan ak ñoom soo waxee ñu ne ma even right now sax ngeen baal ma si wax ji pour tëddaat sa jabar sax jigéen ñi ragal nañ fi mu nekk nii sax pour jël biir.
waaw ñu ne bëgg a ñëw juróot duñ juraati.
jigéen ñi ragal nañ fi jël biir
jigéen ñi ne dañ juraati léegi ñu amul jabar nag xam nga ba ci looy war a takka léegi.
waaye maa ngi leen
war a am doom.
United Democratic Party right now at this moment mooy the only solution for Gambia. Li leen a ñaan mooy you stand with us. United Democratic Party is the party for the people and by the people in the Gambia. Stand with United Democratic Party ngeen jox ñu seen vote si ñu yóbbu leen leewul boo xam ne jigéen bu si am jëkkër bu si tëddaa sa jëkkër sa xel du xalaat xam ne ndax man bugg naa see jël doom ba bëgguma see jël doom. di delluwaat ci suñu Salif di wax ne Salif wax ne jërëjëf waaye sant bi ñu wax ne sa yaay ñu ngi koo gërëm di ko sant parce que jigéen buy jur ku am doom sa àddina ñaan na yàlla mu am doom bu mel ni Salif Bensouda. wallaahi. so dina dem ci Ami Bensouda Mrs. Ami Bensouda. She did well. Thank you very much. We love you to have you here. And this is a fabulous night. And this is a night we will never forget. Love you all. Thank you once again. Seattle, Washington. Long live the Gambia. Long live the people. Long live the people in Seattle. One love, one family. Love you all.
Thank you so much. But I do have some sad news to share. I have some really bad news.
Wow.
For Mr. Bensouda. We have some really sad news.
Yebe mol ki jo samba kan do me kos.
So, okay. So,
kayo una suma fil bisa de.
Thank you. So, Mr. Bensouda, we have some sad news for you.
Oh, shit.
When he came here, we told him that we will raise $50,000 tonight. We did not raise $50,000.
Oh.
We raised so far, game right now, $35,000. $35,000 and counting. Thanks to all of you guys. Thanks to this young lady for feeding us lunch. Thanks for Sugai for cooking. Thanks to all of you guys at Honestly Media. Aljimbara. DJ, let's play some music.
Thank you for your time too, Kurbali. I know, that's good. That's the end of the program, and then we are about to leave. From here, I'm going for a night job, and then unfortunately, I have to go off the line. Like I said earlier, this is the UDP Satu chapter of Gala Dina Yamam organized, and our guest of honor was 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒏. Men traveled all the way from the Gambia, Kanajang, and then our younger brother was here with us, Menkada Aziz 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒍, and then under the chairmanship of Sidi Amankani, another deputy Menkada 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔, and in the entire executive members of the UDP Satu chapter, we were able to raise an amount of $35,000 from this Gala dinner night, which is amazing, amazing. $35,000. Seattle have done it again. Seattle have done it again. $35,000 Seattle raised in one night within 5 hours. The program from 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. midnight. Now it's after 11 p.m. here. So we are about to end the program. Thank you all for your time. Thank you for staying up late. Those of you in Africa, those of you in Europe, because Seattle is only after 11 p.m. here. So thank you all for your time. So I have to go off the line. In fact, I'm having a low battery, and I have to run to work again till tomorrow morning. Europe and Africa, so very soon we'll going to be having a Sunday here. So once again, thank you so much for your time. Allah barakatuh. Good night, everybody. Good night. Thank you, Keba Jaune, Absaho, Maricha Mane, Sister Jara Isane, Sanabayo, and in men come to go Jalan Kinte, and in brother men come to go. Excuse me, I have someone to help me to make my food to go because I didn't eat. My plate is right there. Can someone? No, I have my food already there. I cannot get it. Yeah, I needed to go box there because I didn't eat. Yeah, please. I have to take it home. Yeah, but thank you for your time, brother Muhammad Fati. Thank you for your time, sister Awa Jajusi Abargabate for your time. Brother Lamin Nanko, and men come to go Hamadi Silla, men come to go Malambayo, Sisla Jadama, brother Sheku Jadama, men come to go Karamo Kamara, brother Omar Keita, Ibrahim Jani Nyolu, Jameji Lanka, and men come to go sister Binta Damfa Simanowe, Binta Musa Jamenyolu, and men come to go Mbalo Bana Nyolu. And everybody who is right here with us on UDP TV&MEDIA, Bafra Malabar Kabake, Konote Beduri, and Michigo Bejola and Fidina Banda, Nimbeja and Diamo Muela. So Michigo Beduri right now, will be a full sort of a full here dom, is a Murbato Konoto, just for 5 minutes, and then we'll give it. Thank you. You forgot about me. No. Oh, okay. I didn't forget you. Because we are responsible. You get sick. Because I was on the camera. That's why I put it on. Yeah, that's all. Yeah. Thank you. We can do your job. Oh, I understand. Thank you. Ini asal par, ini asal par yang kamu soalnya ini. Itu bahasa par yang kamu soalnya. Somebody will. I have to go offline now. Allah barakabagi. Thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you. We have to go. But I have to go offline. I have to go offline now. Allah barakabagi. Thank you.